Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sandra's Stenography and Shorthand Dictation. Thank you so much for being here today. If this is your first time here, please go ahead, hit the bell for notifications so you can be notified when I upload a new video, and hit the subscribe button, which is right next to it. Leave me a comment below any video. I always respond. Also, you can share the videos, and please don't forget to give the videos a thumbs up. I have been lacking in that area lately. So please, 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 when you watch the videos, I know you're in a rush to leave, but please try to remember to hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really does help me a lot. And you can find me on Anchor FM or all the major broadcasts, including Apple and Spotify, at Let's Write STENO. You can also find me on Facebook at Court Reporters Plus. Go ahead and do your due diligence. Do what you need to do. Um, And please go over there and support those endeavors that I have going on over there as well. And if you would like to become a sponsor for as little as 99 cents a month, you can head on over there to Anchor, hit become a sponsor, and sponsor me for 99 cents a month. Don't forget, I've got my website coming out soon, and it's going to be on Squarespace, and the name of it is I Dream Steno. Look forward to that. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I'm going to do my best to read this lit at 200 words per minute. Please forgive me if I do make any mistakes. I'm just doing the best I can here, people. That's it. That is it. Let me say that before I even start reading this, because this is rather wordy. It is over the syllabic, our normal syllabic count. So, which is 1.4. This is over that. I think it's about at 1.7. So we're above our normal syllabic count. So I am going to do my best to read this to you at 200 words per minute, because the higher the syllabic count, not only is it more difficult to read, it is also more difficult for you to write. So, all right. With that being said, let me do the best I can here, and you do the best you can there. If you find that this is too hard, please go to the 180 video or drop down to the 160 video. Nothing wrong with that. Also, this particular dictation that I'm reading you to begin with did not have enough in it in order for me to bring you a 5-minute dictation. So what I have done is added some other dictation to it to make it 5 minutes. All right. Please don't beat me up over here. I'm just going to read this the best I can, because like I said, there's some thick words in here. We'll do the best I can, y'all. All right. Don't beat me up. All right, 200 words per minute. On moral training in our public schools. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write. It is reasonable to suppose that the rank and file of our teachers will realize the importance of this aim in teaching, so long as it has no recognition in our public system of instruction. The moral element is largely present among educators as an instinct, but it ought to be involved into a clear purpose with definite means of accomplishment. It is an open secret, in fact, that while our public instructions is ostensibly secular, having nothing to do directly with morals or religion, there is nothing about which good teachers are more thoughtful and anxious than about the means of moral influence. Occasionally, someone from the outside attacks our public schools as without morals and godless, but there is no lack of staunch defenders on moral grounds. Theoretically and even practically, to a considerable extent, we are all agreed upon the supreme value of moral education, but there is striking inconsistency in our whole position on the school problem. While the supreme value of the moral aim will be generally admitted, it has no open recognition in our school course, either as a principal or as a subordinate aim of instruction. Moral education is not a germane to the avowed purposes of the public school. If it gets in at all, it is by the back door. It is incidental, not primary. The importance of making the leading aim of education clear and conscious to teachers is great. If their conviction on this point is not clear, they will certainly not concentrate their attention and efforts upon retaliation. Again, in a business like education, where there are so many important and necessary results to be reached, it is very easy and common to put forward a subordinate aim and to lift into the undue prominence, even allowing it to swallow up all the energies of teacher and pupils. Owing to this diversity of opinion among teachers as to the results to be reached, our public schools exhibit a chaos of conflicting theory and practice, and a numberless brood of hobby writers. School instruction can be brought into the direct service of character building. This is the point upon which most teachers are skeptical. Not much effort has been made until recently to put the best moral materials into the school studies, and that the most important reading, literature, and history, the chapter on relative values, will show that there is opportunity through all the grades for a vivid and direct cultivation of moral ideas and convictions. The second great series of studies, the natural sciences, come in to support the moral aims, while the personal example and influence of the teacher and the common experiences and incidents of school life and conduct give abundant occasions to apply and enforce moral ideas. Extract from the chapter on the chief aim of education in the book entitled Elements of General Method, Lincoln and a National Nation of Grief. In 1 hour joy lay without a pulse, without a gleam or breath. A sorrow came that swept through the land as huge storms seep through the forest and field, rolling thunder along the sky, disheveling the flowers, daunting every singer in thicket and forest, and pouring blackness and darkness across the land and up the mountains. Did ever so many hearts in so brief a time touch to such boldness, boundless feelings? It was the uttermost of sorrow, noon and midnight without a space. The blow brought not a sharp pang. It was so terrible that at first it stunned sensibility. Citizens were like men awakened at midnight by an earthquake and bewildered to find everything that they were accustomed to trust wavering and failing. The very earth was no longer solid. The first feeling was the least. Men waited to get straight to feel. They wandered in the streets as if groping after some impeding dread or undeveloped sorrow or someone to tell them what ailed them. They met each other as if each would ask the other, am I awake or do I dream? There was piteous helplessness. Strong men bowed down and wept. Other and common griefs belonged to someone in chief. This belonged to all. It was each and every man's. Every virtuous household in the land felt as if its firstborn were gone. Men were bereaved and walked for days as if in a corpse lay unburied in their dwellings. There was nothing else to think of. Hey, I know it ain't perfect, but hey, I do the best that I can. I really do, guys. So, as I said before, please forgive me for any mistakes. Sometimes reading that fast, you can just get thrown off. You can have read it 1,000 times, and then when you go on camera and you get ready to read it, guess what? It doesn't come out perfectly. And now that we have this live stuff going on, it's even more harder to make sure that everything is perfectly laid out for you. So please forgive me for any mistakes that I may have made, and please do your best to transcribe this if you're going to transcribe this and read your notes. I do notice that I was trying to say here, just to make sure that you know what I was trying to say there. Well, I can't because it's a test. I can't go over it. Maybe next week I will go over it with you. If you wish me to do so, please let me know in the comment section. I don't get enough comments, so please say something. Y'all need to stop saying something to Sandra so Sandra knows what's going on. And please, if there's anything that you would like to see on the video or on the channel that I'm not doing, leave your opinion. I would love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much for coming again. Have a great week, guys. And I will see you next week with my next batch of videos. And I'm thinking about doing straight Q&A for a whole week. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. If there's something else that you might want to see. I'll see you guys at the next video. And as always, happy writing.